They'll start this drive out on the ground. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
How about this? Racing to the end zone. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Ready. Shoot. Yellow. White. White. Set.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. That is incomplete. Well, what an exciting time here in this great city. Of course, it's no stranger to big-time sports. They've had the NBA team here, but now a relocation franchise in the NFL. And these fans, they could not be more excited for what it's going to mean for this city. It's just going to be a great source of civic pride here. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Here we go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hurry. Hurry.
They'll set up to throw. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. On 3rd down, Cummings. Well, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
22 needle. Black Ultra. Needle blue. Claws red. Set, go.
2nd and 4. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And it's 3rd and 4. You talk about this Chiefs defense. Currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
And that's a ranking that feels good, right? To be number 1 and be the top of your profession. But here's the problem. It's only week 1.
1 week, yeah.
Can they do it 15 more times? If so, then we really got something to talk about.
That's the challenge. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Look at the big man rumble. Touchdown! A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Tigers have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And one of the linebackers has got it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. Here they'll give him another shot here on the ground. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Back to throw. Cummings. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Okay, break. Check, smash. Ready?
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown! A great effort there. 44 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken at the goal line. Powering his way forward. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A little juke, and blocked down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
And the 1st down, Chiefs.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And that's going to be a Chiefs 1st down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Off the play fake, Cummings. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. But you look at this defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And he will have a Chiefs first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 30 inches. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Rocky started throwing the football. He's missed now on his first 4 attempts.
I'm eager to see what his demeanor is going to be from this point forward, because the best ones, they missed the first 15 attempts, and they think they're going to hit the next 15. Let's see if he has that type of an attitude.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
He's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And now an audible here into something else. Barber on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Portland football here, ready to begin the 2nd quarter as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Down. 52 blaster. Light blue. Cheetah.
He'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Off the RPO, he completes it. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. How about this? They'll change it at the line.
Yellow.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out, and the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 113 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way to the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other. Oh, the turnover fuss continues. Here's another interception. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Cummings. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier. Was bidding for a 2nd. He'll try again, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in, announcing a firing. There's no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
Strike! Strike!
On the ground, it's Barber to start the drive. Good strength, but not able to get a whole lot. Tackled shy of the 10. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
White, red, yellow.
Back to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got him in, complete. And a huge play that time. 53 yards. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Barber. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here now, 2nd and 4. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Ready?
That's out to the left and complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu. I'll tell you that much for free.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Ready up.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. This is caught. It's Brown. He'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Now, defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start. But they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
Black shot. Hut.
Back to throw again. And the Chiefs are going to get him. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
Here now a 3rd and 20.
Steal. Black.
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before break. Cummings looking for Campbell downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And he's taken down inside the 30. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down and a little more than a yard here. They'll run with Barber here, right side. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 of the 12. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Ready.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Triple 38. 43 rail.
Got a man and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Tigers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taking it about the 1.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Cummings. That ball caught by Campbell. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 25 yards that time.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter, and the entire fourth remaining, so stranger things have happened.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Oh, fighting off the defender. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. The just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's to the 15, and all the way in for the touchdown. A.J. Brown, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Tigers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Looking to throw on second down. Cummings. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Tigers get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Wh0aTV set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. Right back to him on 1st down. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw on second down, Cummings. And my goodness, another interception. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
Sets up a first down and goal at the 4-yard line.
Down.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. With now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Tigers have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Coup now for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score at Tigers 52, Chiefs 10.
Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. And quickly they get to the line. Off play action. Cummings looking for Campbell downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for KC. 43 yards. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in the cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Cummings. And he can't escape, and down he goes. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And some room to maneuver. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 130 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. He'll take it inside the 25.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. The Chiefs on third down. A very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
34-yard line.
6, mega, fury, yellow. White. Ready.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. He wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
560.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
They'll look to throw again. He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now Wh0aTV for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Wh0aTV to kick off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one's pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down, and he'll have it by plenty as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down.
First down, Kansas City.
Looking to throw. Cummings. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Cummings. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
And the first down, Chiefs.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. 173 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
So he's had a nose for the end zone here in the early part of the season. 2 touchdowns for him now in this one to go along with the one he had in the opener as well.
Yeah, he certainly finds where the goal line is and finds a way to get across it. But you know who else senses it? The guys that block for him. Because he has that instinct, I think they hold their blocks just a little bit longer.
Extra point by Butker is on target
as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Let's go now.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead, late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Claws red. Black shot. Let's go. Charge.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Chiefs are going to have it here just past the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just
threw an opening, and there he goes. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
First down, Chiefs.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw. Cummings. Catch made here by Campbell. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Going up top. And this is caught. And he takes it in full score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. But a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou